Hello, welcome to Alka's English Corner. Long back Bacon wrote that reading maketh a perfect man. And if we just actually look at it, how true that is, it is. If we really need to speak well, it's important that we read. And there's no binding on us that what we're reading as long as we're learning something new. The idea is to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield. And learn, because learning is a lifelong process. You keep on learning every day, every moment, every minute of your life, and rediscover yourself anew, provided you keep your mind like a blank slate so that you can absorb new things. Even if you've heard something before, you've done something before, but there's always something new to learn from that. Now, a very simple thing for all of us: how to improve our vocabulary. That's very important. You want to speak well, so one very good thing is to read. But when we're reading, we come across new words. So the moment we come across a new word, we should have a dictionary or a thesaurus ready at hand so we can refer to the meaning of that word for our own understanding. So jot the word, jot down the new word that you've learned. Maintain a little diary. I always had a little diary with me. Maintain a little diary, write the date, write the word for the day. I know it sounds boring, but when you actually start learning, don't have any kind of a theme that you have to have a word from letter A or there is some set pattern to it. Just learn any new word. Even when you're reading and you come across new words, just jot that down. It's as simple as that. And then it's like when you get back to it, your whatever you have learned stays with you. It's not like you just read it once, it's there for that moment, but it goes the next moment because you don't really use it often. So the idea is to jot down, the idea is to read, the idea is to use that word in your daily communication. So when you're talking to your friends, you're talking to your relatives, you're talking to people, generally, when you're talking to people, use that word. Communicate. Have light conversations using the words that you've done. It's not anything very difficult. It's just a little conscious effort from our side. And once that conscious effort becomes a habit, it will just become a part of your personality. And they also say that, if you do something 21 days at a stretch continuously, it becomes a part of you. It becomes you. So learning new words, enriching your vocabulary on a daily basis, reading. Any time that you get at hand, even if it's a small article that you read it. Any new word that you come across, jot it in your small diary that you have, a notepad that you have, whatever, and keep on referring to it and use it. And also when we have a lot of free time at hand and when our work is over, sometimes just to de-stress ourselves, it's a good idea to do a lot of word games. There's so many word games available even online, so you can just become a member and it gives you a kick, when that you come number one or you top something. And some of them you're actually having competitors from all over the world, and when your name figures at so and so from India, number one, it gives you an all-time high. Plus, what's the best part? You enrich your vocabulary. So do those word games. You have anagrams, you have Scrabble, you have crosswords. So there are lots of things that you can do, there was one thing, being an English teacher, I always feel that, I used to give the class a little activity. I used to give them a word. For example, the word hallucination. I used to say that you have these letters HALLUCINATION. Use these words and form new words using these words. So I used to give them targets depending on the age group: 50 words, 100 words, and no two-lettered words, 3 letters and above. So nation, you can make different words from it. Hallucination, you can make the word tin, you can make the word sin. So it depends. Hat. So kids children, youngsters, they love doing it, and I would give them a time limit. You can do that to yourself. Take a word, give a word, and give yourself 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, whatever it is, and write as many words from that one word using the letters that appear in that word. So if it's superstitious, use the letters that appear there in as many words as you can make, and that's a good way to improve your vocabulary. So it's as simple as that. Let's make a conscious effort. I know we love talking, at least I do. So it's always a good idea to learn new words. And if you don't know the meaning of a word, you can always tell someone that, please can you, if not, you can just jot it down in your notepad and refer to, consult your dictionary or thesaurus, or you could even ask that person that, what's the meaning of this word that you used, and add it to your collection of words. So well, I do hope that you will start practicing, enriching your vocabulary. And the idea is read, read, read. The more you read, the better you get, the more words you're exposed to, and you learn so very much. Well, that was it from me to all of you. Keep learning. Never let a day go by without learning something new. Lots of love to all of you. Do follow me on Facebook and Insta, #Alka's Tarot, and do like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Alka's Home of Tarot and Education. Well, with that, lots of love to all of you. Stay happy, stay positive, and keep learning. Bye-bye.